Hey everyone, my name is Dylan Mangum and this is our 2004 Toyota Tacoma. Let's take a look. So like I said, this is our 2004 Toyota Tacoma. It's a double cab TRD off-road. Really cool story behind it. Like I mentioned in a video that we made almost 2 years ago, is this was my wife's grandfather's Tacoma. It was obviously in stock form. It was a grandpa truck when we picked it up. But it has gone through a lot of iterations. I think I actually posted a video almost 2 years ago around this same time showing off the setup. And a lot has changed. There's some things that are the same, but a lot has changed. And a lot of people have asked me to kind of give an update video and really show off this truck. So without further ado, I'm gonna show it to you guys. In this video, I'm really gonna focus on the exterior of the vehicle. There's a lot that's going on inside the vehicle as well, but in the interest of time, I think I'm gonna break that up into two different videos. One being the exterior walk around, then of course one being the interior walk around that'll cover the inside of the cab, as well as the inside of our newest addition, which is the Topo Toppers Badlander. If you are interested in the exterior, this is the video for you. And if you're just more interested in what's inside, click the subscribe button and we can see you when that video comes around. So I think the easiest thing for us to do is to start at the front of the vehicle and then work our way back. A lot to cover, obviously, but I'll kind of just work my way through one thing at a time. First and foremost, this bumper is made by Relentless Fabrication. It's their full Predator hoop style bumper. Really, really well done, really well made. Inside, I transferred the winch that was on my trail gear bumper over to this one. It's just a Smitty built 10,000 pound synthetic line winch. Of course, I've got the Factory 55 Fairlead with their Ultra Hook on the front. In the bumper, we've got some Baja Design lights. These are the DOT approved lights, just because I like to use them actually when it's foggy out and be able to use them on the road, or if we're just going through a trail without blinding the people that are in front of us. So I thoroughly enjoy those as well. The front grille is from Teak Customs, good guys out of Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm actually based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, so it was just a quick drive down the road to get this right here. I've got aftermarket headlights as well that I built. They're kind of the HID type lights where I baked it in the oven, pulled out the old housing, put in the new stuff. I've got my GMRS Midland antenna up here, little Aussie style, even though it's not really the thick one, but I've just got a quick little mount on the bull bar up here, and then that runs, of course, to my Midland GMRS radio up in the front. Underneath, lots going on as well. I've got RCI skids, steel, that run all the way from the front up past the oil pan, past my transmission, and then stop right where the fuel tank is. I've hit them a few times, but they've held up just fine. I probably will eventually go to aluminum just because this truck is pretty heavy now. There's not a lot under the hood. It's a 3.4 liter 5VZ EFE, one of the best engines that Toyota ever made. Absolutely love it, so I really don't mess with it at all. I've got an aftermarket battery from Odyssey. I upgraded the radiator to an aluminum radiator from CSF. And then I've got an external trans cooler. That way I don't ever have to worry about the pink milkshake that a lot of these Toyotas get. The only other thing that I have under here is an ARB single air compressor that's over here under the hood. And then I have a S-Pod that is sitting up on top of my fuse box. And that just gives me control for all these auxiliary lights. Then of course up on the pillars is just the Squadron XL Sports. I kind of have them in a ditch mode, but really it's really projecting forward just to give me a little extra light when we're out on the trail. Moving over to the side of the vehicle, first and foremost, I'm running some Raceline wheels. I can't quote you the exact brand, but I'll put them in the link below so you can see if you're interested in them. And then I've of course got BFG KO2 tires. These have probably around almost 40,000 miles on them. I'm due for some new ones soon, and I will be getting another pair of KO2s. Suspension wise, I know it's really hard to see from this just because it's dark under here, but it's an Icon 2.5 series. It's their stage 5, and that's because I have their Delta joint on here, and then I've got, of course, since it's the 2.5, I've got the bypass, and then I've got their heavy duty spring. So the heaviest spring that they make for the first gen Tacoma, I have that. I think it's like 750 pounds, and it's just because this truck is so heavy that I needed that extra oomph. I don't run a sway bar, so it's fully independent front suspension, rides like a dream going down the road. Something else that may be difficult to see under here is I have the Power Brake X-Line kit. So that comes with the full rotor as well as the calipers. I have never been able to stop so fast in my life. This truck is almost 6,000 pounds. So it's a very, very heavy truck. And when I put these on, and I rode with DeLon down the road from Power Brake, and he smashed the brake. I mean, it was a massive difference. So you really had to wear them in for a little bit, and now I do my normal driving. And this is a kit that they are going to be coming out with for the first gen Tacomas. I had the Tundra upgrade on this truck before, and then when I put these new Power Brakes on, it's tenfold better than what the Tundra upgrade was. I got into the wreck with the Tundra kit, and I wasn't able to stop like I needed to. I mean, I was heavy, but when I put this Power Brake kit on, within like 3 weeks, I had an old lady pull out in front of me, and I slammed on the brakes. Everything went flying forward, but I was able to get it done. Hello. Oh my goodness. On the side of the truck, I have DOM sliders from 4x Innovations. They act really, really well as like a step if I ever need to step up as well. So there's still plenty of room to be able to get your foot on there. A lot of sliders, they really put them up towards the body, which I think is really, really cool. But I also wanted to be able to have a step to get up into there. Up on top of the truck, I have a rack from Prinzu. I had to trim it some when we put the camper on, so I don't actually really have any sort of storage capabilities up behind here. I really just put it there for a wind fairing, obviously. It keeps the wind from kind of getting underneath the camper when we're going down the road, saves a lot of noise, really deflects the wind up and over the camper. So that's really the only reason that it's on there. On this side, I have a 270-degree awning from Overland Vehicle Systems. So basically when it opens up all the way forward over here to the front. And then of course, it opens up all the way and covers the back part when the tailgate is down. This has probably been one of the best purchases that we made for this truck, just because it's great to get out of the sun during the summertime, but then too, if it's just raining, like we can put this out and kind of huddle under it and stay out of the elements. I guess while we're here, we'll talk about the elephant in the room, and that is our Topo Toppers Badlander. This is one of the newest additions to the truck. Before I had an extrusion overland rack with a soft topper and then a rooftop tent, and we just have finally got to the point where we wanted a full camper system. We wanted to be able to stand up in the back. We wanted to be able to have the bed. We wanted to be able to hang out inside. And then too, like just changing and getting ready for bed and making coffee in the morning. I mean, it seems kind of ridiculous, but we do a lot of cold weather camping, and we wanted to be able to have the ability to get ready inside, make coffee inside, hang out inside if the weather is bad. So that is why we went with Topo Toppers. We looked at a lot of different systems. We looked at Go Fast campers. We looked at four-wheel campers. We looked at Lone Peak. And then Topo Toppers just came across my feed one day. And we knew that we wanted a full pop top. I love the way that the four-wheel camper's pop top was. So that actually kind of excluded Go Fast and Lone Peak. So it was really up to us between Topo and 4-wheel campers. So I went with the Topo toppers and reached out to them, and they're like, yeah, we can do it. And it ended up being like the second truck that they made this for. This is the first Topo topper Badlander on a first gen Tacoma on the East Coast, which is really, really cool to say. And they basically built it in Ventura, California, put it on a freight truck and shipped it to me and dropped it in my driveway. So I had a bunch of friends come over, help me pick this up on the truck. It ended up being cheaper for me to ship it instead of driving all the way out there, staying in a hotel, paying for food, gas, everything. For them to ship it here was cheaper than just driving out there. And it would have saved almost 2 weeks of my time to drive from North Carolina all the way to California. We ended up going with the Arctic turn window on the side. This pops out, it has a screen, it has a window shade here in the front. So if we want to pull in a little fresh air, we can. Obviously it's really cold outside right now, so we'll keep that pretty much closed. But we like to be able to, if we want to let some light in or anything like that, we can. Moving to the other side of the camper, we have optioned this with one of the Topo doors. It's basically just like a hatch style door where we can open it up just like that, be able to get access to the inside, be able to throw some things in, and then of course lock it up. Everything's keyed, and so we can kind of keep everything locked if we leave the vehicle parked somewhere in a spot that we're not sure about, or if it just sits for a while, I can lock everything up in my driveway. Up top, we have the Julka single suite shower awning. So that pops out. We can take showers. We can put the toilet in there if we need to use the bathroom, anything like that. I added shore power from NOCO to this. There's a full 200 amp hour lithium battery system inside this truck that we can show in the other video when we talk all about the interior stuff. And then of course, I've actually added this pretty new. It's the Aquor water like spigot, and this hooks into our Julka shower. Everything's hard plumbed inside. So all I have to do is plug in the shower hose and run it into here, and everything's ready to go. Underneath, while I'm here, in the spare tire location is a 14-gallon water tank from Trailed. So I've hard plumbed that as well. You might not be able to see it, but there's a blue water line that then runs up into here, and that's where we store like our water for showers and stuff like that. Right now it's not full because it's really cold outside, but if we ever do want to know that we're going to take showers on the road, we'll fill that tank up down below. And since we're right here already, I'll go ahead and cover the rear of the vehicle as well. Tire wheel setup the exact same. The only thing that's really different is I have All Pro Expedition leafs here in the back. Just with all this extra weight, it's a lot to carry, so I upgraded the leaf springs. And then I do have a Firestone airbag system with Daystar cradles. That way when we're super loaded, in this case we're not really that loaded, we can pump some air into it, like 30 psi, and it just makes it more of a comfortable drive down the road. We don't feel like we're squatting too much. And then I also can use it when we're at camp to be able to kind of level off the truck and find a good spot, so that when we're sleeping up top, our blood doesn't flood to our head or anything like that. So that's a really nice little feature as well. So there's a lot going on back here, obviously, but I'll kind of run through everything that you can kind of see. Holding it all is the 4x Innovations rear swing out. Another great product from the team over at 4x Innovations. I do, and you might not be able to see it, but I carry a full spare back here. Sitting on top of the spare is the American Adventure Labs. It's their mass storage system, mass tire storage system. A lot going on here. I've got a Rotopax that carries extra diesel for the diesel heater. I've of course got my Max Tracks. I've got my Trasharoo. I have 2 5-gallon water packs, but only one's filled right now. I don't carry any extra gas. We're in the state of North Carolina. You can literally get gas anywhere, so I never really carry any extra gas because I was able to fill up right before we got on the trail today, and I still have a full tank of gas. So if we're going out west, I have a bracket from 4x Innovations that I can actually switch one of these out to put a 5-gallon gas container, but it always just stays with water. We've got the Sandy Cats little shower system here to wash off dishes and everything like that. On this side, we have a Milwaukee pack out that kind of slides into place. That holds a bunch of like ropes and tie downs and everything. We've got a power tank mount for our 5-pound propane tank. What else we got going on here? We got a shovel on the back for shovel things. And then you might not be able to see it, but I have a quick release system for the diesel heater that's all magnetized. And I can just take this hose from the diesel heater that always stays up there whenever we travel. That way it just stays there. I don't have to pull it down. I don't have to store it inside and get diesel everywhere. So everything's tied down to this mass platform system. And then all I got to do is take this quick release mount and plug it right in. It plumbs right into what I would consider a pretty robust HVAC system in the truck that has a pipe that runs down below and then has a pipe that actually runs up top. So the bottom of the truck as well and the bed and the top is all heated. That keeps my batteries and everything warm, especially when we're out here camping in the cold. Rounding out with us here at the back of the vehicle, just to add on, we do have like a table, fold down table that's built into this rear swing out. And then we have all this space so we can actually open up the hatch door. We've optioned it with a tinted glass back. I can't see out my rear view mirror anyway, but we like to have extra light coming into the camper when we're kind of chilling. Of course, so we've got the hatch door here. We can pull down the tailgate. What's great is we can cook, we can prepare, we can serve, and then of course it's really easy for us to get in and out of the camper right here and then climb up in and chill out. So that's the new truck build for you. I really hope you enjoyed this video of kind of the exterior walk around. I'm probably missing some stuff, but if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be making a full video about the interior of this truck as well. There's a lot that's going on for the interior, not only in the cab, but as well as in the camper. I've spent a lot of time, so I'm super stoked to be able to put that video together as well and really show how everything now has kind of come together. I'm finally happy with it. There's always been, whenever I had my old setup, I always was just like, oh, if I could just do this and do this. This is like the perfect build and we're thoroughly pleased with it. And it's just super comfortable, and we really enjoy going and camping now. So make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.